Hello YouTubers, this is Modern Warfare 2 Guy, back with more Fallout New Vegas walkthrough. We just finished, I put a spell on you quest, and now we are going to go and do the interrogation quest, which is right up here, in this room that we talked to
You got
Boyd
something
with
to
this.
say, or do you always look like that?
Just go talk to her,
You're back.
and just tell her, who are you?
Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Ask if you need any help.
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God Centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Is that a big deal?
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
What do you think it means?
Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy.
What about a truth drug?
Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable.
Why don't you just beat your prisoner senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
So what do you want me to do? So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Okay, let's get started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in. Long time no see, Celus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was. I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
Oh, pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were going to give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Celus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Alright, well, let's see if we can't have some fun here.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
Speech, I think you're confused. I'm with the excrement right now.
You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children? Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order.
You must miss giving orders now that all your men are dead.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors.
Sounds to me like you were too gutless to follow Caesar's orders.
I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. Get away from me.
Guess I gotta beat the fucking shit out of him.
Had enough!
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to lift up a little, not kill you. Why don't you step outside a minute? Let off some steam. Nice job. I think my friend doesn't like you, Celus. I don't know how much longer I can keep him under control.
You think this will make me talk? A beating? This is the best you can do?
Not just any beating, Celus. A savage beating. A beating that you'll be reminded of every time you feel pain from now on. When my friend's done with you, you won't have any of your teeth left. You'll be drinking your food through a straw. Your ribs will never heal properly, and it will hurt every time you breathe. It'll be like your collars, Celus. Impossible to forget.
Go to hell.
Huh. Not the sort of wit I've come to expect from you, Celus.
You're getting nothing from me.
I'm getting entertainment. That's something. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna spill your guts to me? Or am I gonna let my friend the maniac back in here for some playtime? Celus. Silent treatment, huh? Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you. Oh, and let me check you for weapons one more time. For your safety as well as his.
Let's go beat the shit out of him again. Can I even talk to him?
You
No?
hit like a bedridden old woman.
Lucky you. You can borrow my dentures when I knock out all your teeth.
It'll take more than that.
Here's my favorite move. You back up in the corner, and that's all you do. You back up into the corner, and you just do that, and then you beat him senseless when he's on the ground. Back up into the corner.
You like it?
You knock him on the ground. Beat him senseless when he's on the ground. Back up. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Enough. This is pointless. I'm dead to the Legion either way. I'll tell you what I know. But you should know that Caesar has always kept his own counsel. He never reveals anything that would make him vulnerable. My knowledge will not prevent the inevitable. This camp will be ash within months. In weeks.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Something is wrong with Caesar. Something he is attempting to hide from his men. But it was obvious before we set out on this last mission. For 3 days we awaited his order to dispatch us. 3 days. But he hid in his tent, refusing to give orders, complaining of headaches. He looks different now than he used to. His face is sunken, sickly. But any questioning of his health enrages him.
There must be more you can tell me.
There is one other thing that may interest you. I know that Caesar has planted a spy here.
Which I
Every
killed?
night, details of NCR troop movements are broadcast from a radio on this base to Caesar's camp. The spy has been here a long time, since before the entire conflict began. He's an officer. If I knew who he was, I would tell you. If I escape and he's alive to report it, the Legion would hunt me down. But like I said, none of this information will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.
Well, I got the info.
That was fun to watch. I'd have you do it again, but I'd probably get in trouble. This'll do the NCR a lot of good, so you should be proud. Here's the standard fee. Plus, I threw in the price of a good show on the strip. That's from me personally. You can beat up my prisoners anytime.
Alright.
Yep. See you around.
Well, that's one of the unmarked quests that you get from here. And now there's actually 2 more that you can do here. One of them's pretty easy, one of them's a bit harder. One you have to fight fiends, and one's just killing. Oh wait, sweet hunting rifle. And one's just killing. Grab that combat knife. Always like combat knives, they're cool. But one of them's hacking into a computer, which I'm going to try and do now if I have high enough science. But it's either hacking a computer or being a complete douche to the NCR, which I'm not gonna do yet. I don't want to get myself killed. Got my hunting rifle, but it gives you a unique gun, this quest, this machine, depending on how you do it. If you just take Contreras in for selling contraband to the enemy, you will be able to get this machine. So you either can talk to him and get the quest that's going to piss off the NCR, or you go up here and go to this computer, which is 50 and I don't have it. How much do I have? Probably nothing. Science 15, and that's 50. Yeah. I'll show that later when I get enough science, but he sells you some good stuff when you unlock that. Alright, so we'll just move out of here, and I got about, you know, just a couple minutes. Yeah, I got about 2 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll go to and talk to Lieutenant Colonel. No, it's Lieutenant Hughes. James Hughes, and he will tell us about Vault 11. I think it's 11. I could be wrong. There's so many vaults in this game, I lose count. But I'll head over to his... Head over to his office. Oh, there he is.
Something I can do for you?
Get over here.
Look who it is. I haven't had the privilege, but I'm told you've been an angel on our shoulder. What can we do for you at Camp McCarren?
Alright. Who are the fiends?
As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west.
Vault 3, that's what it was.
Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them. And they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
Alright. Well, I'm going to end this right now since we barely have any time. See you back